Talent is a gradient. I've been around music long enough to notice something that nobody tells the young players. Talent isn't a yes or no thing. It's a gradient. When you're 20, you think the world of music is divided neatly into two categories, the talented and the untalented, which is a comforting idea, because if talent is just a switch, then all you gotta do is discover whether yours is turned on or not. But after 50 or 60 years of watching musicians come and go through clubs and studios and in coffee houses and open mics that smell faintly like burnt espresso and old guitar cases, you begin to notice that talent behaves less like a switch and more like a landscape. At the very top of that landscape are the rare sparks. The ones who can walk into a room, play two notes, and suddenly the entire place goes quiet. The way a forest goes quiet when something large walks through it. You know the feeling. Somebody hits a chord and the air changes. Nobody talks. Nobody's looking at their phones. Even the bartender starts listening. Those people exist. Not many, but they exist. Enough to remind the rest of us that the human nervous system is still capable of being hijacked by two notes and a piece of wood with strings on it. Now below them is a much larger group of craftsmen, the relentless workers, the players who spend 10,000 hours doing the unglamorous things, learning the chords, learning their substitutions, fixing their timing, practicing until the muscle memory moves faster than the doubt. These are the musicians who keep the whole machine running. They're the session players, the regional heroes, the backup musicians who make the star sound like a star. They may not stop the room with two notes, but give them a night, a decent microphone, and a rhythm section that's awake, and they can make music happen on command. And then there's the third group, the participants. These are the people who come to music not because they're chasing mastery, but because they need a place to stand. And music gives them a tribe, a language for feelings that don't fit comfortably into normal conversations. They show up at open mics with nervous smiles and guitars tuned almost correctly. They'll play three chords and sing about heartbreak, confusion, and the general mystery of being alive on a spinning rock with a mortgage. And sometimes those players are the ones who need music the most, because art has always had two lanes, excellence and healing. One lane produces the rare sparks. The other keeps people from falling completely apart on a Wednesday night. Culture likes to pretend these lanes are the same race, but they're not. One is about brilliance, the other is about survival. And after enough years watching musicians wander through both lanes, I've started to suspect something strange. Without the participants, the craftsmen wouldn't have a scene. And without the craftsmen, the rare sparks wouldn't have a stage. It's an ecosystem, a gradient, which means that sometimes the point of the song isn't brilliance. Sometimes the point of the song is survival. And when you sit through enough open mic nights, you eventually realize something else. Music isn't just an art form. It's basically a very effective emotional support group with guitars, and occasionally a guy who only knows three chords, but brought a 12-string just in case.